Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something really fundamental for anyone leading a project, what actually motivates your team.
Yeah, what really makes them tick.
Exactly. We're exploring these ideas, drawing from concepts in the book Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabon.
Mhm.
And the core idea is looking at Maslow's hierarchy of needs as a framework.
It's a classic, but honestly, so useful. It gives you a practical way to think about creating a better, more productive environment for your team.
So let's jump into that framework, the 5 levels. Where do we start?
We start right at the bottom with physiological needs, the
Mhm.
absolute basics.
Like food and water, right.
Yeah.
How does that translate to a project?
Well, think about having, adequate breaks, a comfortable place to actually work, maybe access to coffee or water, the fundamentals.
Okay.
If those aren't met, it's really hard to focus on complex tasks. You can't expect top performance if someone's just fundamentally uncomfortable.
Right? Makes total sense. You have to cover the basics first. So once those are, let's say, reasonably handled.
Then you move up to safety needs. This is all about security, stability.
Their job, you mean?
Yeah, feeling secure in their role, understanding expectations clearly, working in an environment where they aren't constantly, stressed about failing or about the project ending abruptly.
That seems especially important in projects, which
Yeah.
can be temporary by nature.
Exactly. So clear communication about roles, maybe future possibilities, that helps build that sense of safety.
Okay, so people feel secure. That
Yeah.
allows them to contribute more openly, I imagine. What's next?
Belonging needs, that sense of connection, being part of the team.
The social side.
Yes, feeling included, having good working relationships. It's about fostering that team cohesion that we're feeling, especially with remote teams. You need to be intentional about this.
Building that community. Okay, so we've got physiological, safety, belonging.
Mm,
What's level 4?
that brings us to esteem needs. This is about feeling respected, recognized, and confident.
So being valued for your work.
Precisely. Getting positive feedback,
Mm.
acknowledging achievements, giving people opportunities to maybe stretch themselves a bit, take on challenges, that builds confidence and, well, self-esteem.
Yeah, feeling competent and appreciated really fuels motivation, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And then right at the top, self-actualization sounds big.
It can sound a bit abstract, yeah.
Yeah.
But think of it as like realizing your potential, finding real meaning in the work.
How does that play out in a project context?
It could be someone mastering a new skill that helps the team, or just that deep satisfaction from tackling a really tough problem successfully. It's about growth and purpose.
It's really interesting how they stack up. You mentioned it's a hierarchy.
Right. And the key thing is, you generally need the lower levels to be somewhat satisfied before the higher ones become the main drivers. Someone worried about paying rent isn't primarily thinking about self-actualization on the project.
So you can't just jump to trying to inspire people if their basic security feels threatened,
Exactly. You need to understand where your team members might be on this ladder, so to speak.
which helps you tailor how you motivate and support them.
Precisely. Recognizing these different needs helps you create that supportive environment where everyone can actually thrive. It leads to a more engaged and, frankly, more effective team.
So the big takeaway here is that Maslow's hierarchy isn't just theory. It's a practical lens for understanding the diverse needs driving your team.
Yeah, addressing those needs helps unlock potential.
So maybe a final thought for you listening is to consider, where are your team members right now on this hierarchy? What small things could you do to better support their needs, wherever they are?
Often small shifts can make a big difference.
And if you want to explore these concepts and other project management principles more deeply, including insights on motivation, we definitely recommend checking out Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabon.